generally speaking, our rule of thumb is we have problems. Everybody does. It's human. But you deal with them internally. You keep it amongst the family.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
For me, families fight, and that was family business. And, let's say I don't have so much respect for the person, I still have respect for the Harlem brotherhood, the brotherhood of Harlem, I just feel like certain things, number one, are embarrassing if people that you feel you've raised and helped could disrespect you in a certain way. But, it ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? So generally speaking, our rule of thumb is we have problems. Everybody does. It's human. But you deal with them internally. You keep it amongst the family, and years before I had conversations with the younger generation, Cam and them, and was like, no matter what, regardless of what, we have to always have a united front, and if there's problems, we need to talk it out privately. This is something that's hard for me.
My fault.
I just sit this one out, but it's more embarrassing than anything. Like regardless, it ain't for me. Everybody knows what's right, what's wrong, and people act certain ways. It's just, at this age, it's embarrassing.
Well, Dan, they were saying, I was telling them that, and Dan, tell the truth. Me and you talk all the time. That's why I'm telling you real. Have you ever brought up that Jim Jones tried to jump into me at all?
Nah.
Dame never told. I told you that. Dame never told me about this. Never, ever, ever. So I'm telling the truth. Cam and Jim going through something right now. So Cam did what he wanted to do, and I was shocked. And I got no problem with Jim. Dame, Jim is all right with me. I know that Dame. They know each other too with kids. Dame raised those dudes. So you gonna do that to the OG? That's what bothered me, Dame. We cool. We go to BBQs. We argue for 8 hours, and we walk out smiling. Nori, Bleak, and Dame talk for 3 hours. Y'all squash that beat. That could have been a conversation, Dame, Jim and you, man. That's crazy to me, bro. And I know you ain't soft. Not because you my man. Dame is just not soft. I'm not sweet. We ain't killers, but come on, bro. That's crazy, Dame. You was gonna fight 3 people, Dame?
I mean, it wasn't like it just was, it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying, Cam?
Yeah, I know. You ain't get too deep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the one thing that, a lot of times when you're around certain people, they spend a lot of time telling you superhero tough stories about themselves. I did this, I did that, and it sounds unbelievable. And, it's like, how tough can you be with somebody you knew since you was 8? It was, in that moment, to me, it ain't no props in getting that Jomo. You know what I'm saying? Or it would be like if I had to fight him and beat him, or he beat me, whatever. The fact that we even fought is so anti-Harlem and against everything that it wasn't something that I was like, oh, that's some fly shit that I fronted on him and his crew and all that. Nah, I thought the whole thing, it wasn't anything that made me happy. It wasn't like I never looked at him as a op. I never looked at him as somebody that I would want to really hurt. I know his family. You know what I mean? So it was more like shock. But it's like I said, that type of thing, it's the wrong example. We supposed to be leaders, I know when I was young, I laughed at old niggas for doing things that I felt they were too old to be doing. So I don't ever want to be 54, talking tough, or 53, fighting niggas, projecting the wrong example, because that's going to make it all right for them to do it, the younger generation. And I'm even thinking to myself, are they even fighting because me and homie, ain't work shit out? Like, because I'm sure if I could have squashed that, they could have squashed whatever. But some things, it's not about squashing. It's like, yo, we brothers. You choose one path, I choose another. Stay over there. Don't mess my money up. Nobody got to know. That's why when, Biggs and Homie wasn't talking, that for 2 years, y'all didn't know.
I ain't noticed it. I
didn't know they wasn't speaking.
You ain't lying. You ain't telling me. See?
We don't, we wasn't, because to me, men should be able to work things out verbally. And again, in Harlem, if you snap on a nigga to the extent he feel he got a swing on you, the guy that swung lost.
Yup. You got me to take jokes.
It's like, he bugged you. He got you so mad that you out of pocket.
Let's talk about it, y'all. That was Dame Dash reacting to the Camron and Jim Jones controversy. Of course, as we all know, Dame has had a relationship with both Jim Jones and Camron, so it was only right that he gave his take on the situation involving Cam and Jim Jones. According to Dame, watching Cam and Jim Jones go back and forth, it's embarrassing. All right, if it was up to Dame, he would rather Cam and Jim Jones handle their issues internally, right? However, it's too late for that. You get what I mean? Jim Jones, he was asked a question responding to the Camron and 50 Cent interview, and now we got Cam taking the gloves off, right, early this week, responding to that Jim Jones, Justin Laboy interview, and here we are. Okay, you got Mase on one hand, he eating popcorn. However, he is, also agreeing with Dame Dash, right? We put out a video a couple of days ago of Mase explaining his reason for his viral moment, right? Of him eating popcorn during Camron's rant against Jim Jones. But Mase, he's on the same boat with Dame, right? He wants to see all parties resolve their issues. And let's get back to the money, right? Because the history is history. You can't deny the impact that Dipset, right, Diplomats, Bird Gang, that whole wave, you can't deny the impact it's had in the rap game over the years. You know what I mean? It's expected to have issues along the way. That's what happens. You know what I mean? You take individuals out the hood, put millions of dollars in their pocket, change their lifestyle, it's bound to happen. You're talking about egos. Listen, it's bound to happen. However, we're in a new day now, 2025, and we're seeing Cam and Mase do their thing, what it is. Listen, it's only right that at some point, all parties involved, you know what I mean? They come together, have the conversation, and figure out a way to resolve it, right? Because now it's too late. It's out there. Everybody's giving their take on it. Social media, people want to give their reactions to it. And this is what happens when you let these issues, seep out to the public. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of feel Dame when he talks about this Harlem Brotherhood. A lot of people need to take a note out of that book, the page out of that book, as they would say, because everything isn't for the internet. Now, granted, Cam felt like he was forced, right, to have to take the gloves off based on the response that Jim Jones gave in his Justin Laboy interview. However, Cam didn't have to go there, right? He just used that moment to launch the new season of It Is What It Is. Shout out to him, right? Jim Jones, he's not innocent. He's promoting music as we speak. They're trying to, make it seem like Jim is stepping in the booth to write some bars against Cam and 50. Nah, come on now. Everyone is using this as a play to promote something. When it comes to Cam, he launched his new season of It Is What It Is. So, we're not a better way to address all of the bullshit on our first episode on this season premiere. Jim, you already know. He releasing snippets of music, letting it be known, listen, we got the remix. So, listen, I'm confident at some point Cam and Jim Jones will have the conversation. And who knows, right? We might all see Dame, Mase, Cam, Jim. You get what I mean? Having these conversations and getting past this, because like I said, instead of beefing about issues from 20, 30 years ago, how about we put a platform together and get this money? Come on, the power of independence. And we already know how Dame give it up. Shout out to him and his network, American New Network. If you haven't subscribed, I'll make sure to leave the link in the description. But again, y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on Dame Dash's take on the Camron and Jim Jones controversy? Let me know, do you agree with Dame Dash's take or do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But that's all I got for y'all today. My name is SenseiRip. Till next time. Peace.
It's going down Friday, January 31st. MREC TV presents Ladies Night Out. We need all the ladies to pop out. It's going to be a night of fun, laughter, and entertainment. We got comedians and singers such as Erica Nicole Clark, Ray Diva, and R&B vocalist Gina Rose. and more. It's going down at the La Familia Soundstage in Baltimore, Maryland. Make sure you get your tickets now on eventbrite.com. We also got DJ Moschino killing it on the ones and twos, plus a special performance by MREC. Doors open at 8 p.m.
Ladies Night, sponsored by Shantae Stanley at Inshore with Shantae. Peace.